I'm going live, by the way. Just I'm live, just so you know.
Well, why are you doing
Okay, sorry with the reins doing the thing.
that? No.
Right here, you want to use these ones? You can even go like that if you want. The jaws and the boss. Yeah, you want to clean that all up. All right, we can see everything. Might even turn these up a little. There we go.
Did you see that someone did Joe's live?
Yes, that's so weird. That's so good. Real blacksmiths right there. What up, Steven? For the jaws? I mean, it's in all reality, it's fine as long as they're similar. Like normally, you want it a little more pinched in, but as long as they match that length, that's fine. So your other one looks pretty similar. Yeah, drop it on the table anywhere is good. I'm gonna steal my hammer back. You do them both at the same time. Oh, are you still using? Are you still doing stuff? Oh, here. No, 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 no. What I say? Oh, jeepers. So you can shape the boss. You can start working on the jaw. I mean, you'll have to do them both. I usually do a little bit of both. Yeah.
So which this one for punching the boss?
Nope. The hole. The hole. So the one I used last time was actually this one. She's a chunky mama. But then I found that pretty much did the trick. So this one needs to be fixed. So I wouldn't use that one. So you'll need to really, you know, crush down on her. But and then well, you get it down till where you bottom out, and then you flip it, hit the shiny side through, and then when you do that though, if you're that's the step you're on, don't use the good hammer. Use one of my other junk. Oh, here you can use this right here too if you want. That's like a whatever. Or you can yeah here. Are you doing the what part are you doing right now? Okay, yeah, use that one then. All right, let's see here. Oh, right by the propane tank. Sorry. It's Tony Stark. Yeah, it's Tony Stark. Man, somebody said I'm Tony Stark. It's totally true. Yeah, hi, he's working. I am working. We're just having fun. Yeah, today we're making flat jaw tongs for a buddy. We're gonna set it to 1/8 inch. He's a knife maker, and yeah, so it's for all that kind of. There's a lot of chef knives, nice stuff. I should probably put a link to him. Clem's Knives, CLEMS Knives. Look them up. Yeah, so right now we're just drawing my reins. I meant to go live earlier, but forging with a buddy today and talking. So I've got the jaws done. I've got the boss done. Well, profiled. I need to finish those up, and then I'm working on drawing my reins right now. As soon as I get my reins where I like them, I go back and adjust the boss, the jaws, punch the hole, put the rivet in, blah blah blah. So, all right, I'm gonna flip you back around, and we'll get rolling here. that later. All right, so I'm gonna pop you in a little further. So we got our flat jaw boss. Now I think I can flip this around. I got to get some length on these reins. I'm shooting for 13 inches, which I got about another inch and a quarter. So I'm gonna go and turn that around, adjust the rest of these. Started with some 1/8 inch round. Oh, that's right. I grab you this way, don't I? Grab a stick of what I started with here. We started with a buddy of mine, worked at a large company, and this is all stuff they throw away. I mean, it's so it's 3/4 by 8 inches long. Yeah. So, and the reins I'm making 8 inches. And I'll load a video later, but I start by upsetting, going from 8 down to 7.5. I upset it, flatten out the jaw, turn, work on the boss. Then I turn, section off, and doing the reins right now. So and the key obviously is to make these as close as possible. So now I'm just using my flat edge here to just flatten everything out real nice and pretty. Kind of match the other one. Slowly address that boss a little too if I can. Yeah, I think a little thick there. Go back, flatten her all out. Then I'll go back while I'm at it and just correct everything. The draws are a little crooked, but we'll fix that later. I'm not gonna worry about that. It'll just go back. I'll fight it the entire time. So I'm just gonna swap that around so I can adjust the rest of this. I think this one's probably pretty close as well. I usually go on center of the boss. Yeah, that's like 1.5 inches. So I got a bit more on this side. So that's a 12. I don't know if I even want to go much. I could probably thin that up a bit from right here down. I got a little meaty right here, so I could probably, yeah, we'll get close. Hop her in a little further here. And my other one's real short. I got a lot of meat to get out. So here's what we're gonna set it to. This is 1/8 inch. So that's what we're gonna, when we're ready to get to putting everything together, that's what we're gonna use to fit our tongs to. Boom, bam. Looks good. I even got a pin over there too. So like for next week, there's a couple pins I have. We can,
Straighten this guy up a little bit. I gotta go off center for a little bit there.
yeah, if you flatten and grind and shape it up. Sweet. I brought it right up to that other one just about. So yeah, still thick here. I like that. That's 1/2 inch. Um, so yeah, we're looking good. Yeah, yeah, that's looking great. Sweet, man. You know, but see now when you get to your next pair, I mean, it just gets easier. Well, awesome.
Last time.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, it might be fun to go back to just like actually the next tongs we should do are the pause tongs because that's 1/4x1, and it's a lot less steel. There are some other technical things we got to do to it, but they're legit tongs. Yeah, they're better than our other 1/4 inch ones we built because there's no twist where it gets thin around the jaw and the boss. So yeah, we'll have fun shooting, man. Yeah, yeah, Will. Sweet. Well, say hi to everyone for me. All right.
Then come back to you then.
Oh, whenever.
That's
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, sounds good. So as soon as you get your certificate Monday, I'd go right to the sheriff's office and get all that taken care of. Yeah, and you know it's out by it's at the new place now. Out by Life Center or Life Fitness and all that. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Sweet. All right, buddy. We'll see ya. All right. think through here, feeling pretty good. But I think now I'm just so close. So I am trying to hit that 13 inches, which I'm barely a half inch off. So I think if I go through one more time, just trying to address some of the high spots, that should do the trick. And that'll be, that I just got to clean them up a bit. Let's see this other one. Yeah, this other one's in the same spot. It's like right there. A couple of thick spots. We'll just start back here. A bit more. Power hammer would be real sweet right now. Man alive. Yeah, today we're using the Harbor Freight. My buddy who was forging with me just now, he always gets stuck with the Harbor Freight. And so I was like, yeah, why don't you try a go at my Hey Button. And I also had him using my Andrew Larson hammer. It's a 3.5 pound classic rounding hammer. And as soon as he started, so he'd been using this with his Harbor Freight hammer, Harbor Freight anvil for weeks now. And I said, here, I'll use all the good stuff today so you can see the difference. And yeah, I mean, the way you move steel, it's just different. The Harbor Freight anvil works great. It really does, but it's so small. And you really, but maybe a good place to start because then you're really, working on those controlled hits. But man alive, it's just, and there's the sound, the feel of it. It doesn't want to really send that hammer back to you as much. I do need to add some silicone underneath the hammer as well. There we go. That's it. So feel pretty good about that. I don't think there's really anything bad in these reins. I think they're all pretty consistent. Should have asked my buddy. I was going to add a kind of a curved flare at the end. I kind of like that on tongs, and your hands don't slide off, and it just kind of fits in the groove of your palm and all. And so I think I'll pop those in one more time, get it all flat and planched out, and we'll move to getting it turned around here. Yes, they look about the same. Check you real quick here. Oh yeah, so we need to just walk them down a little. So close. Actually, I think I'll just toss it right back in. I want to fight it. I'm going to do that finishing stuff. You don't really need it to be too hot here. It's getting all flattened out. Now I'll go ahead and add some chamfer. Chamfers to the corners. This takes out less of that grinding. Someday I'll get a swedge block so I can add, I prefer not to do any grinding on these, just to try and retain the blacksmith look. Not opposed to the grind. I'll still use grinders here and there for, dressing a couple things up and just makes light a little more detailed work. Making sure you get a good proper fit now. Sweet. All right, I'm liking that. So now I just want to make sure looking straight. I can find some good light. It's gotta. Sweet. Okay, so there we are. There's our Jaws Boss reins. And I am at 13 inches. I love it. So now I'm gonna swap that around. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and cool that off. As soon as I can get out of holding on to these tongs, the better. There we go. So now I'm just gonna pop the bit in. This one, I forget where we're at now. How close are we? Okay, so we're another good pass here. I think it was close. Yep, and then we'll just go right over the top. Brings us right about there, maybe one more. Perfect. So I'll just straighten a little. Knocking down those high spots. Okay, pop that back in. I'll clean all the edges up, getting her all flattened nicely. Yeah, so I'm just trying to get in a spot where I can just grab these without. I'll still dunk them, but the sooner I can grab onto those reins, the better. All right, those got to warm up a little. Let's see here. Swapped around. All right. Sorry, I'm just working back a little. Okay. Yeah, so we're making tongs. We're making flat jaw tongs, a flat bit. They're going to be for 1/8-inch steel. I don't know where I put that piece. I'll grab it again. Anybody just tracking along. We're making tongs that'll fit this right here. They're going to a knife maker. Here's what I'm going to do. Yep, just making tongs. Hello, greetings, everyone else. All right, I'm going to swap you back around here. There we go. All right. So we got the, we'll have another pair here. Let's see. Where'd you go? Tongs everywhere. So this is a light duty pair of flat jaw tongs, and these even have a recessions cut out for quarter. This is for 1/4-inch flat stock and 1/4-inch round and square. But these are super light duty. This is made out of 1/4x1 material, but it was 6 inches long. We drew all this out, and John at Black Bear Forge, he has great videos on these. This is the first set I ever made, and I love them. It's for all my, like when I'm doing a lot of Christmas ornament hook kind of stuff. They're so light and springy, and you don't really if you're doing light stuff, you don't need to have a big chunky pair of tongs. So yeah, so I'm making flat jaw, but my buddy wanted a heavy duty pair. Um, Wanted a real heavy duty pair. So, and before I get to that, I'll have to fix those a little. Oh, I got two more knives over here. We're not making knives today, but I'm finding knives all over the place. Probably put those with the other one. Got just a got a big box of railroad spikes and just been practicing and keep finding knives laying around everywhere. All right, so probably turn you down a little too. Forge is hot. Oops. So we're gonna just clean the second setup here, the flat edge. Sweet, looks good. Just knock some of those high spots down. And we'll go ahead and do some chamfers on those corners. All right, now we'll just make sure we're, we got to do that just a couple times during the day. All right, just make sure we're all flat. And yeah, a little more light over here is what I need. On my other anvil, I got all the light I want in me because I'm usually the only one here, but all right. Oh, we got a little bit I got to address up here, but I can do that. I swap these around. So we'll swap. Actually, I'm going to cool down those reins right now. Need a little more water in my bucket too. We'll pop you in a little further. We also can probably get a touch mark in as well. Um, I'll eventually do that. So this side's probably, so now I'm just gonna cool that down. Ooh, a little more. Oh man. Now we're just going through all the stages here. So you're starting flat, 45, roll it back over. You can see my bit is way wonky, but that's fine. We'll correct that as the morning goes on. Start walking that back. Might even just throw that. Ooh, looks like I need to actually hammer you down a little more too. I'll probably just grind that. We'll only go so far today, then I gotta cut out, but I think I'll toss in. I'll see if I can correct. How could I do that? Might just need to toss them right back in for now. So same kind of deal. We're gonna just bit, boss, go back to the reins, make sure we're all looking good. I'll hit those chamfers. I can also, I know what I could do. I don't know. I just thought I'll put it in the vise and I'll just knock it over that way. Easy peasy. I also want to just check this boss, kind of round that off a little more, set it up on this side, bring it back. Yeah, so my jaws are a little cattywampus, but that's just fine. We'll address that in a minute. Pop you back in. Okay, so I think I'm good to, I got to find my touch mark here. All right, there we go. And I don't want to use my good hammer for that, so we'll get a piece of junk. Here we go. Harbor Freight on the Harbor Freight. Send me free stuff. Okay. Yep, you gotta cool that down. I think we're supposed to get snow today. If that's the case, then I will go out and fill up my water bucket again. So we're just gonna put you on like so, give you a crack. Perfect. Pull you down, and then we'll just readdress this again. There we go. I'm just gonna smack some more into that. There we go. Just want to eat up a little bit more of the jaw. I'll probably still have to grind that boss out, but that's fine. Just get rid of that thing. Sweet. I'll heat it back up. I'm going to put it in the vise and see if I can just twist that out or twist some hammers. That'll probably be the easiest way to do it. Okay, I should see how far up I put that touch mark. Just a little down. Okay. So, bad hammer. Right about there. Sweet. Just a simple JC for Joko. Done with you. Let's go back and readdress here. Yeah, I'm liking how these are looking. Like I said, I just need to, that should not be doing that. So we'll pop it into the vise and should be able to fix that. So what I'll do is I'll get this camera here set up so we can see the vise. Let's see here. How do we do this? Flip you like so. Here I can come around this way maybe a little more. Need a camera guy. Okay, let's see if I can tie you down. All right. All right, got some people saying hey. Who's saying hey? Oh, yeah. Dude, Suneri Barusu. Yeah, that's a funny sound. Yeah, so I do have AirPods in. They'll turn you around. Yeah, so super funny. So I'm using my first anvil I ever bought was a Harbor Freight anvil. I'm using, depending on which hammer I was just using, I got a Harbor Freight hammer. That's what I all started was all the Harbor Freight stuff. Super cheap, but it works. But yeah, that clunk sound, I have a video. If you go to my YouTube shorts, there's a video where I'm hitting a $140, 65-pound Harbor Freight anvil. Then I'm hitting my Hey Button 235, 250-pound anvil from 1918. and the one's not tied down, but you just the resonance from it's just unbelievable. So that's that clunky sound is the cheap Harbor Freight. John, what up? Manolo, I am so bad. What up? Uh, Diadai Wade, what up? Robert Stanley, what up? Jennifer, nice welder. Oh yeah, thanks, man. Lincoln, let's roll. I've done Lincoln, Miller, Hobart. I've done a lot of stuff. There we go. Let's try and. Oh, that's right. I'm trying to get the vise in. So what we got to try and do here is just straighten my bit out. So we'll cool this down. Okay. And if this doesn't work, I don't really care. We'll figure out another way. I'm just gonna load you in, and then we're just gonna give you a tappy tap, and then I'll grab a bending fork here. Give you the old twisty. Yeah, there we go. That's better. That is better. Uh, Sweet. And I don't want to go too crazy because, like, by the time we actually get everything fit together, it's better sometimes to wait till the end so you can just move everything together anyway. So that's good. That's all we want right there. That's one. That's the one side. Um, and sometimes what I might just do is, shut the camera off, and let these sit, and I'll grind out and get them all pretty. You can put together. Sometimes I can try and fit. I got my flat edge, and then getting them all straight as I can. But at the end of the day, you get in with a die grinder. Just get it nice and clean so you have a nice tight fit is more important really than anything. So I'm still just a little crooked, but I'll wait when I got them both sides together, knock them over together. I can twist it in the vise. But what I will do is I will punch a hole. My punch got a little wrecked here. So maybe I'll wait. I don't know. Gotta have a good punch. I could run over to the grinder quick too. Let me fix this other one real quick. And then see what we want to do. Oh wait, I can put you back in though. All right, so we'll pop you in. Sweet. Yeah, you hear that clunkiness so bad. I don't really hear it because I'm on one or the other. Or somebody else hears forging, but when you actually when you made that comment, I'm like, oh gosh, it's so annoying. Um, so you know what I could do? Let's grab this, and I can just unplug here. We'll just do some walking around. How's that? Got my stand. Gotta just be a little careful here. Go like this. All right, so we're gonna walk over to my grinder here. So, all right, yeah, my last guy was punched a little crazy like. Yeah, let's go like this. All right, so grinder. All right, we're just gonna clean this up a little bit. Without getting it too hot. All right, we'll say that's good. Roll back over. Up. We're just crashing around. Okay, so get reset up here. I can find where I'm going. All right, so got my punch ready. It's right. Oh, let's see. Okay, so don't want to use that hammer either. Use the junk. I'm punching holes. So we want to punch the holes a certain way first. That's important. Important, as these Southerners would say. So pull you down. And what we want to do is start this way. In the center. Just want to establish. This is why I don't use this anvil too much, because I don't have my hardy hole where I want it. Yeah, I'll heat that back up. I have a new punch that's maybe a little bigger than it should be, but I use 3/8 pins, and I always had to widen it up, and it was just driving me nuts. So I made a bigger one. Now I feel like maybe it's just too big. But the proof will be in the pudding. If I can knock it right out. So you got your shiny side, just go right in the middle. Did I seriously? Oh, I did that right. I'm gonna pop you back in. It'll get a little hotter. Oh, I know what I can do. Gosh, I'll be right back here. That's right. I made a plate so I could actually pop the other side out or something like that. So yeah, we'll give that a whirl here. So I'll just pop it through that end. It's because the jaws are a little different. Um, it's a hard finding a good spot to knock out that plug. And I just got a plate. Hopefully I can set it on top of that. Not going to be enough. Oh yeah, there we go. Just go a little over. Nope, that's not going to be enough. Super annoying. Well, we'll do our best. Just going to go right over that party hole anyway. I'll bend my jaws a little bit. That's fine. I'll fix that later. Oop. I'm bound to do that every once in a while. Yep, the plug wants to come out. Just come out. Like I said, the first time I've used my Harbor Freight here, gosh, and I don't even know how long it's been. Plug is out. There we go. So I'll need to knock you off. Need to readdress that. Um, geez, man. Yep, I gotta do a better job. I need better punches. Yep, so there we go. Got that out. Went a little worse for wear, but that'll be fine. It'll hammer all back. It's gonna be the same thing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put it right back over there. I don't even care this time. Let's just get it punched out. Ugh, I'll fight that all morning. Plug is almost out though, so that's good. Yeah, I think I made my punch just the end just a bit too big. I got greedy with trying to do it all in one shot, but there we go. One more little hit maybe. There it goes. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and dress all that back up. Look at that. I didn't do something right in the process, that's for sure. All right, so we'll dress these up. I got a plug or a pin ready for the boss. So I want to check that too to make sure that it all fits nicely. So yeah, we're just going to start over like that, go like that. And I'll adjust those tongs or the jaws later. Just want to get all this straightened out. Yeah, there we go. The boss still looks pretty good. Maybe just there and flatten the back out. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, flatbed tong. There's one side right there. Let that cool off. A little hot. I'll turn you off. There we go. Hear myself think a little. Okay. So we'll just go ahead and reset these again. Yeah, sweet. Awesome. And I'm gonna, well, I could probably just move back a little bit, reset. There we go. Then I'll fix that curve later. But yeah, so there we go. I got my both sides of reins here. That's just gonna go like so. So yeah, you can see they're even curving out the same way. So all I'll do is we'll get the pin set. We'll hold on to our material. We'll get this all flattened out, shimmied in real nice. But yeah, so these will be the flatbed tongs. I'll be recording. I got it recorded all the way to get to a certain point, and then we went live. And then I'll record the rest, and I'll just put out a couple of shorts into long form video. But yeah, so that's about it. I'll put this here. Let's see what we got for. See if there's anything in the comments board here. Let's see. Ken Sakura, what is up? Patricio Torres, what up? Sorry for appropriating your name. Robert Stanley, I don't know if I said hey, but what up? John, what up? I think I got all everybody else. Yeah, so that's about it for today. I'm gonna finish up. I'll do some more video, just kind of getting these fixed up, and you'll see me publish something. I got a lot of other stuff I'm publishing this week. We got some box jaw tongs, which here, let me just. I got those finished actually this morning. See, I was gonna go live with all this, but I was gonna go live this morning. See, I don't even know where I'm going. Let's go like this. All right. There we go. Oh, I don't want to see. I don't want to do it that way because then you're on the wrong side. So we'll go like so. Let me grab my. There we go. Okay, so here's what we made earlier this last week. This is box jaw tongs for my buddy's knife maker, and then they're set to 1/4x1 steel, and so that just goes in like so. And I mean, they're real tight. It's got the sides on it, so you can't. I mean, it's like a light squeeze, and these do not move. So they're kind of slick. Box jaw. So yeah, pretty slick. We got the Joko on there. A little bit on that side. It's backwards, but whatever. Or maybe it's not backwards. I don't know how this works. All right, everyone. Thanks. Thanks for following along. We are taking off. But yeah, check out next week. I'll try and go live. And yeah, we'll get it rolling. Talk to you later.